to Akron Buzz, everyone. I'm your host, Sarah, and I am thrilled to be talking with Clyde Alan Hensley. And Clyde is a musician here in the Akron area, and he's got quite a story, and I just want to hear from Clyde a little bit today. We also get the honor of hearing some music from Clyde as well. So before we hear that music, I just want to go to your story a little bit. Okay. And I know that you shared with me that you were homeless at one point, and then were able to get sober and get back into your music. So let's just hear a little bit of that story. Okay,
I'll jump right into that. Well, I was pretty bad into drinking, and I had become a full-blown alcoholic. And I was kind of the functional alcoholic.
Right.
And by 2009, there's no more functioning, and I drank my way out of a good job at Harley Davidson, and drank my way out of several bands, and ended up at Tent City, and actually got kicked out of Haven Arrest. And by 2010, I was 280 pounds, and if you can imagine Rob Zombie in the form of a dull banana. My skin was yellow, my big gray beard down to here, just very unkempt. I was homeless, you know, but I could never come to the point at that time of saying that I was an alcoholic. I was just extreme outdoor camping.
Okay. So, you had not admitted your situation yet.
Right. And then finally in the summer of 2010, I had worked holding a sign. That was kind of like my job when I was homeless.
Right.
And a lady gave me $100. This little old lady pulled up, gave me a bunch of $20 bills. I put it in my pocket. I didn't look at it. And then when I got off the ramp, I went and grabbed my alcohol, my Steel Reserves. That's when you know you've got an issue with alcohol, when you're looking forward to a Steel Reserve.
Sure. And
fast forward later after a few Steel Reserves, I was walking back to my tent, which was down by the cell towers off Fountain Street. Somebody yelled, "Hey, buddy, are you okay? You all right? Train." And I was laying on the railroad tracks when I woke up. I was blacked out, passed out. And a gentleman from Salvation Army, literally him and his friends pulled me off the railroad track before a train came and nearly took me.
Wow.
But I was not yet sure that I was an alcoholic, because I stayed out there till September, and this was in...
That was a sign, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were saved off those tracks, for sure.
And then I call my sobriety date October 6, 2010. I had went to a couple rehabs before that. I went to IBH. I went to Salvation Army. This time I went back to Salvation Army, and it was like everything was different. So I've been sober a little over 10 years now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. And I know you even mentioned that you went through a recovery program to help other people with their recovery as well, that's amazing. I love when people use their stories to give back to other people too.
To me, that's something I think in retrospect, a lot of people done that for me, so I try to do that and pay it forward. Packard Institute. Tug Mesa, Renard Packard, those guys they've got a fire and a passion for recovery that's just insanely cool. I wish I could be just an iota as cool as those guys.
You are. You are taking that on too, and so I think that's amazing. And so I want to go into your music though. So after that time, I know you were into music before that.
Oh, yes.
A lot. And then kind of had to give it up to an extent during the time that you were homeless. So how did you come back to music?
Honestly, it was a weird situation, because I was playing in the praise band at Salvation Army when I was in the rehab. The second time, the last time I was in there. And I was like, I'll just play in the praise band. And I started writing a little bit more, and then all of a sudden things just started flowing.
Yeah.
And then I got with a couple different people, and I put out 2 albums that were recovery Christian rock, and ended up just kind of things just lined up. It was really insanely cool how it just kind of, I still say it's, the Lord just lined everything up and put me right where I needed to be. I was working at Harley and playing, and I've got 4 albums out now.
Okay.
And then I have another one I'm working on now with Area 67, a wonderful
That's
recording
awesome.
studio I go to. I was actually their first actual project.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So are they local Akron recording studio?
They were in the Falls, and they moved to Akron. Actually, right down off Market, down, what is that, Fountain or Union, right? We used to crawl through the fence behind what was the glass shop there at one time. Now that big building there, Area 67, is in that now, and it was like I pulled in there
That's so
to
cool.
check it out, and my heart's thumping. And I'm like, I remember walking down or stumbling down them railroad tracks, just lit out of my mind.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
And
like,
then what a full circle moment. Then you're
Yeah.
coming back and you're recording music.
yeah.
Well, on that note, let's hear a song. I'm excited to hear
Okay.
this song, and then we'll chat for another moment after that.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and play.
This song here is called No Harm, No Foul. I have not put it out yet. I wrote this a while back and rewrote it like any songwriter does. When I wrote it, I had gone through a breakup, and I had pulled up in the driveway on my motorcycle. Pretty much all my stuff was out in the front yard, but she was cool enough to leave my guitars in the house. And,
I'm glad you didn't lose your guitars.
yeah, that was cool. And then next thing you know, I was out with some friends, and we were riding our motorcycles one night. And we went to all those fine establishments with a pole in the middle of the place.
Okay, yeah.
And I called it an early night, and I took off, and I went to get some lottery tickets at the Circle K. I ran into her, and literally this song's pretty much how it went. I heard the shoes, and I was like, man, those sound like the shoes I bought her. And then smelt the perfume, and I'm like, that's the perfume. And I kind of looked around, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's like any good.
Hey, the song came out of it.
Yeah, I went home, grabbed a piece of toilet paper and a crayon, and wrote this song.
All right, let's hear it.
It's called No Harm, No Foul. Imagine running into you here tonight. I was just going to grab me smokes. Yeah, you know I don't look alright. Yeah, you look like you see no ghosts. Life didn't come to a stop. Just a time out, that's all we got. We knew then what we know now. No harm means no foul. No harm means no foul. It's in the past. Don't waste time to look back. No harm means no foul. Yes, you did alright. Let's part ways. Call it a night. Now is that your husband waiting? Yeah, he knows who I am. That's why he looked the other way. That poor dog, he looked so sad. Glad to see you wearing it well. ways, call it a night. No hunting so foul, it's in the past. Don't waste time to look back. No hunting so foul, yes you did alright. That's my way, call it a night. Imagine running into you here tonight. I was just going to grab me smokes. Yeah, you know I don't look alright. Yeah, you look like you seen a ghost.
All right, I gotta clap. You gotta clap, right? We need like some canned applause there. It was awesome. Thank you. I love your voice. Beautiful, beautiful sound. So I want to just hear really quick, if you can give us like the 30-second version of this guitar. You said it had a really cool story behind it, and I would just love to hear about it. And then we'll tell people where they can find you and all that good stuff too.
Okay. Saw this guitar on Craigslist and on one of the other places. The guy wanted some money for it, and I was trying to get him to come down a little bit on it. And so then we started talking about it. And it's in 1986, the year I graduated.
Oh, cool.
And I just got rid of a black Gibson J35. This is actually a J45 with a Dove pickguard. So we met in Macedonia at the drop-off point. And we came to a price, and we started talking. And him and his wife were believers, and we started talking, and then all of a sudden it came down to the common thread of alcoholism.
Okay.
And I'm like, whoa. And he's like, yeah, me and my first wife, we divorced because of her alcoholism. My wife now lost her husband to alcoholism.
Wow.
So we're talking. And so then
a lot of common threads.
Yeah. And I had already gave him the money. So then he reached back into the car to his wife, and I'm like, I've heard about these Craigslist deals gone bad.
Right.
You know?
You're like, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a machete or him to like do a killer clown face mask. So he turns around and hands me $100 back, and he goes, man, thank you. He goes, you've gave me more hope in the Lord today than my church has. I was like, wow.
Wow, that's cool. That's a really cool story. And I love the guitar. It's beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. So if people want to come see you, we want people to be able to find you.
Okay.
What are different ways that they can find you, follow you, check out when your next gigs are going to be, all that stuff?
I have a fan page, and I also have a musician page on Facebook. It's Clyde Alan Hensley, and I spell Alan like a difficult musician would, A-L-A-N. I have links on Orchard. The Orchard has my newest album, Words on Highways, on it, which I done over at Area 67. There's also Bandcamp. They have my album Simple Blessings on there. Reverb Nation has a lot of my Christian rock recovery stuff on there. I have a YouTube channel, Clyde Alan Hensley. It has me doing cover songs all the way to my originals. I just put a new original that I wrote about where I grew up on Myrtle Avenue. I just posted it 2 days ago.
Oh,
so
great.
it's on my YouTube channel.
Perfect.
And I'm pretty much anywhere and everywhere. They're playing me on Rock and Recovery right now. I'm pretty active with them too.
That's awesome.
So I try to pay it forward.
Yeah, thank you so much, Clyde, for being here today. Love the music, love your stories. Just grateful for what you're doing in the community, both as a musician and helping people with recovery. It's really good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you guys so much for being here with us today. We had a great time on Akron Buzz. We just love being back in the studio. And we hope that you will follow us on Facebook, you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll check out our brand new Roku channel. See you guys next time.